Alright, good morning everybody. No, apologies for the Wi-Fi connection, so I'm just going to record this session to make up for that. No, today we had planned to go through the distributive law, alright? And I gave an example of a chocolate bar in class, where I said basically, if I had a chocolate bar and I was going to split it in half and give half for the girls and half for the boys, right? I can combine together and distribute them equally and know the amount I gave to each person. Okay? So, I'm going to use that chocolate bar scenario again. I'm going to draw it on the board. Okay, here's my chocolate bar. Okay, and I said that there were 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, alright, and 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 second. 7, sorry about that. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, in all, I would want to know how many pieces of chocolate are here. And I told you, to know how many pieces of chocolate are there, you add each together. But to add them singular, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that takes a lot of time. So you can use the distributive law, and the distributive law comes like this. On the vertical side, it has a row. And on the horizontal, it's a column. So the row is how many of the chocolate bars go down. So 1, 2, 3, 2. And the columns now are how many of the chocolate bars go across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, given that I know how many rows and how many columns are there, I can use the distributive law which says multiply throughout. So let's say now 6 times 3, and that will give me 18. So therefore, without even having to add these, I know that there's going to be a total of 18. Because distribution, guess what? Distribution is you distributing a value over addition or subtraction. Alright? We're going to show the subtraction. So this law only works for addition or subtraction. It does not work for multiplication, and it does not work for division. Okay, now let's divide this chocolate bar, as we said earlier, between girls and boys. So because there's more boys than girls, let's say that the girls gets 2 sections and the boys gets 4 sections. Okay? How would I prove that this is still distributed in and everybody still gets 18 chocolate regardless? I could say before there were 3 rows and 6 columns. For the girls, they're going to get the same 3 rows. So they're going to get 3 multiplied by no longer 6 columns but 2 columns. Okay? And the boys get no longer 6 columns but 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Let me highlight it. They get 4 columns. So this is the boys. They get 4 columns, but they still get the same 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. So therefore, I can say it's going to be 3 times 4. Alright? And the idea behind this, guys, is that if I add the amount of boys and the amount of girls, how much chocolate they get, I should get back 18, because that's the total amount in the first place. So let's add them together. Let's add the boys and the girls. We're going to say, therefore, girls plus boys. And what was the girls? We said the girls was 3 times 2. 3 times 2 plus 3 times 4, okay, should give me 18. Okay, stick with me now. So, to find how this is distributed, right? Don't you see something in common? In the girls, they have the same 3 rows, and in the boys, they have the same 3 rows. So I could say the 3 therefore is common to both. And then whatever is it, so I'm going to cancel out this 3, I'm going to cancel out that 3. Now whatever is left, I'm going to add it just the same. I'm organizing it, alright? So I'm going to put 2 plus 4. Okay? This is where it comes from. So this is a distributive law now. Alright, so once again, let me quickly organize it for you so you can see it. The distributive law says that when you multiply the girls and the boys, the same 3 rows goes for each. So the girls will be the first term and the boys will be the second term. So let's draw an arrow to indicate that. We multiply the first row and then we add that to the multiplication of the second row. Alright? So that's 3 times 2, which is 6 for girls, plus 4 times 3, which is 12 for boys, and that gives us 18. So that's where our answer comes from. So this is a distributive law. So let me go over it one more time. The girls got 3 rows of chocolate and 2 columns of chocolate. The boys got 3 rows of chocolate and 4 columns of chocolate. And when now we distribute this by multiplying the bracket, we got 3 times 2 plus 3 times 4. And this came from the fact that the boys' share plus the girls' share, when multiplied by the 3 columns, will give you the total amount of chocolate. Alright? That's the distributive law. Okay? So I'm going to write something on the board for you to take off. So take this off for me quickly. Alright, so I want you to take this off from it. Distributive law distributive law, it states that multiplication is distributive over addition and subtraction. So we just proved one for addition. We're going to prove one for subtraction now. So let's say that I have 3 bracket 8 minus 5. First question you have to ask, what are the first and the second term? The first term is the 8, the second term is the 5. Alright? Now, the next thing you're going to do is that you're going to distribute this 3 to the first term and this 3 to the second term. So when you distribute them to the first and the second term, they are multiplying. Alright? So let's multiply them. We're going to say 3 times 8. We keep the sign that was in the middle, which is minus, and then we say now 3 times 5. So that 3 is distributed to all terms. And now we just need to find out what is 3 times 8. 3 times 8 gives us 24. Okay? 24 minus 3 times 5 gives us 15. So when we say 24 minus 15, the answer is 9. So 3 bracket 8 minus 5 gives us 9. Alright, let's do one more for practice on the subtraction. Let's do one more for practice. Let's say we have 7 minus 6. And we want to distribute this 3 to both terms. So we're going to say 3 times 7 and then 3 times 6. Alright? So what is 3 times 7? 3 times 7 minus 3 times 6. There we go. 3 times 7 is 21. Keep the minus sign. 3 times 6 is 18. So therefore 21 minus 18 gives us 3. Okay? That means the answer to this is 3. Okay? So that's to show you subtraction using distributive law. Let's try addition now. Quickly, let's do one example of addition. Let's say I have 9 plus 7. Okay? We're going to distribute this 3 to both terms. So I'm going to say 3 times 9, keep the sign, plus 3 times 7. Okay? Now, we're going to distribute this properly now. So we're going to say, what is 3 times 9? Okay? We're going to say, what is 3 times 7? So, 3 times 9 is 27. Plus 3 times 7 is 21. Now you just need to find out what's 21 plus 27. So you can do a simple trick. You add the first two numbers of the two values. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 7 plus 1 is 8. That means the answer is 4, 8. So the answer to this question is 48. Now that you understand what distributive law is, we're going to look at the uses of distributive law.